We're here at Sports Club Florida and listen to Low. We're at the Florida Citrus Sport High School football meet today, and we're with head coach of Holy Trinity, Mr. Hurley Brown. Hurley, what's going on?
Man, what's going on, Lo?
Oh, man, it's great to have one of the Miami Hurricane greats sitting beside me today. Tell us about it, man. A lot of great things going on at Holy Trinity. I know you got there a couple of years ago, so what's the plan at Holy Trinity?
Well, first of all, let me start by saying this. It's about time you let me come on your show.
Hey, wait, hey.
It's about time you let me come on your show. Boy, I done see you done had everybody on your show but Hurley Brown. Boy, I tell you, Lo, you're killing me.
Well, no. They're going to be a sneak preview. Then we're going to give them the real show. We'll get the real Hurley Brown. Right now, we're going to get into the head coach, Hurley Brown.
Okay, you want me
to
put that hat on?
Put that hat on right now. Yeah,
right,
head coach. That's what we're talking about there.
Okay.
So tell about Holy Trinity. I mean, you decided to come over there. I remember you was at Merritt Island for a stint. Came over to Holy Trinity, right, for a new coach, a new brand, a new way. Tell us about the process and the journey at Holy Trinity.
Well, first of all, it's a great opportunity for me. You know, I was actually at Merritt Island. I left Merritt Island, went to Prairie View A&M University with Bubba McDowell, who's like a brother to me. And when the job came available at Holy Trinity, it was like, wow, wait a minute, hold on. Because I've seen that program for a number of years. Having coached college football for 17 years, at that time, 17 years, I used to come home and I recruited that area. I actually recruited Marcus May. Mm-hmm. He ended up going to Florida. Right. But there was always something intriguing about Holy Trinity. Mm-hmm. Then you sit back and you watch it low and you're like, wait a minute, there's something special brewing over there. Mm-hmm. So when the job came available, it was like, wait a minute, man, you really need to take a look at this. And I tell you how God works. Lo, I was actually on a cruise. My wife and I were getting ready to take a cruise, and they needed an answer, okay? And I'm sitting there saying like, man, I don't know if I want to do this. I know I really would love the opportunity to come back home. I didn't want to leave Bubba, who was at Prairie View. And all of a sudden, Lo, I'm saying, okay, well, you know what? If I get on this cruise and we get out of the port, my phone's going to die and, people are going to leave me alone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it just so happened somebody got sick. So I'm sitting and I'm praying, Lo.
Yeah.
Every couple of minutes, man, I'm sitting there and I'm asking God, give me some direction. Show me what you want me to do. Mm-hmm. So the boat's still sitting in the port, and I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Is this sign? For me to be able to come back to my hometown and coach at Holy Trinity, be the head man at Holy Trinity Episcopal Academy, and run my own program.
Right.
And I'm just sitting there saying, okay, God, I got it. And it has been one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life.
But that was a big decision.
It was huge.
You talking about coming from, first of all, you got to let your friend know, hey,
and
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Then I'm coaching in college. Most high school coaches want to go from high school and roll into college, then probably go to college, go to NFL, come back down, be a head coach in college. You decided, I'm not going to do college. I'm going to come back down to high school because you led through God. That's what I'm hearing at the same time. But these athletes have been blessed.
Yes.
I'm saying that because
I appreciate it.
I got a college coach going to come coach high school and play the game, know the game, at the highest level.
Right.
You instilling all of that experience down to young athletes in the high school and hope that they can take that and move on, like Mays, and go to play at the Florida Gators.
Exactly.
Right. How did they embrace your new culture at Holy Trinity?
They're still embracing it. And when I tell you the outpouring of love and the commitment that the school has made, and, the kids, I'm sitting here with, my kids today, and, they told us we could only bring 5. But I got kids that are calling me last night saying, hey, Coach, we want to be a part of this. And it's not because it's media day. They want to show the camaraderie and the love that they have for each other. They want to go and support each other.
Right.
So, Lo, and that you can't ask for nothing better than that.
Right.
When I was at Miami, we won because we loved each other.
Correct.
We pushed each other because we loved each other.
Right.
We didn't come out and, and go out if a receiver beats you for a touchdown. Say, hey, look, man, hey, Hurley, this is what you got to do. This is what you did wrong. Or this is what a receiver is going to be looking at. You know what I'm saying? Or Gino Toretta or Craig Erickson or Steve Walsh
Right.
saying, hey, look, man, you gave that away too early.
Right.
Because we knew on Saturdays we had to go out and compete.
Correct.
And if I can compete with you during the week, well, Saturday
gonna be easy.
Easy.
I mean, sometimes they said Miami Hurricanes should have practice was like a game.
It was
so competitive, that competitive edge. So that's why I say they are blessed to have you to bring that same mentality to a Holy Trinity. But winning season last year, but maybe not the season you wanted. Your record last year, if I'm correct, 7-4.
7-3 in the regular season.
Right. But when we look at that we're looking at, everybody say if you over 500, you're winning.
Yeah.
You're winning.
Right.
But there's always an ultimate goal to get to the state championship.
Right.
Or is there the ultimate goal just to win and develop? What's the thought process? What's the culture there at Holy Trinity when it comes to that?
Well, the culture that we're trying to create is to win, to ultimately get to a state championship. Right now, we're in the process of developing our kids, teaching them what it takes. The obsession that you have to have in order for you to be successful. It can't just be something that you go out and, you know how it is, Lo. You wake up in the morning, you go to school and, hey, all right, well, oh man, I got to go to practice. That's not the culture that we want. That's not the culture that I'm used to. That's not the culture that's there right now. These kids are looking for, hey, coach, what we going to do at practice today? That's when you got something. You're building something.
Right, correct.
And that's what we were at Miami. Hey, look, boy, you wake up in the morning, the first thing you think about, man, well, I wonder what we got to do today, boy. Because you gotta be mentally prepared to go attack it.
Exactly.
You don't just go to practice and be like, man, I'm just going to practice today. No. These kids will tell you, dude, when we go to practice, there's a purpose. Every day, every practice, there's a purpose.
PNP.
Exactly.
Practice and purpose.
Practice and purpose. Exactly.
And I love, like you're saying, the guys who wanted to come. They only could bring 5, but everybody's called. I want to go. I want to go. I want to be at my team. Yeah. Right. But I'm just glad that you guys had an opportunity to come and experience this.
Of course.
Be here today. Exposure's big nowadays. You never know who's watching. Right. You never know who you're going to meet, what the networking, what guys you're going to relate with. It can be a guy like this right here, go to school and remember a guy they talked to at me today. And now you got someone there that can help him go through that grind as a freshman. And it also sounds like you guys are preparing these young men to college. That's what I'm hearing too. So that's the biggest thing. They struggle when they get to college. Look like you are preparing them, based on what you guys are doing. And I think that is so awesome, and what you're doing at Holy Trinity.
Well, ultimately, that's the ultimate goal. When we talk about developing kids, we're not just talking about developing them physically, developing them for football. Man, we're talking about the overall development of a young man. Because you know how it is, Lord, and I listen to your podcast all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but it's our responsibility as young men to help develop these young men and get them ready for the real world. And that's what football allows us to do. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a politician. I don't do that type of stuff. So the only way for me to instill and teach what I've learned from all of these great coaches I've been around is through football. That's the only thing I can teach. The only way I can be able to impart the wisdom and knowledge that I have on these young kids and hopefully allow them to be able to go out and be successful in whatever they choose to do. Now, so, hey, oh yeah, I want everybody to go to college. As a matter of fact, Lo, I had 8 seniors last year, okay? 4 of those seniors had opportunities to go to college. 4 of them, all right? 4 out of the 8. 50%. Now, mind you, all 8 got accepted into college.
Yes.
Okay? All 8. And that's part of the Holy Trinity experience.
Yes.
Okay? Now, but 4 of my kids had the opportunity to go to college and play football, continue to play football, and continue in their education. The 3 decided that hey, look, you know what? I've had enough. I'm good. Coach, we've learned enough from you to where we can go out there and in real life and be successful.
Right.
And I'm extremely happy. And you got to be brave to do that, to walk away from this and say, okay, hey, you know what? I'm good.
Right.
Let me get on out here and, I'm done with football and let me just go live life. Let me go be a student.
of the game.
Of the game. Not of the game, but the game of life.
Game of life, right?
Let me just be a student. I mean, not the athlete no more. Yeah. Just be a student.
Be a student.
And and I'm proud of those kids. And then the one that we had went to what was it, Maritime, Massachusetts? Maritime Academy. Mm-hmm. And but we had 50% of my kids that play football could have continued playing football and go to college.
Well, that's a great honor for you, and that speaks a volume for you and what you're building with the program at Holy Trinity. And hey, you got one of your players right here that looks like he got the same mentality, the same mindset. Just watching him, when you walk in the room, you looked at it, you knew that they came with a different character and a different mindset. Tell about this young man that's coming up next.
Well, this is Forrest's second year with me, and when I tell you the work ethic and the obsession to be great, if you looked it up in the dictionary, you'll see a picture of him and his brother.
There it is.
And I'm talking not just the desire. I'm talking about they're obsessed with it. Everything that they do is to be great in football. The academic part, that comes from the family, that comes from the school, so they're going to get that. I know they got that. I don't have to worry about the academic part of it. The football part, man, when I tell you these dudes work their butts off. Well, that's what they do.
Well, I'm glad you had me here. We're going to get them on here, man, talking. Thank you, Herb, for coming on the show, and we'll see you again very soon.
Hey, y'all heard what he said. They're going to see me again very soon, so y'all hold them to that.
I will.
Don't let them get away with that.
Come on. All right, yeah. So, hey, listen, we right here with Holy Trinity. As you said, talking to Coach Hurley Brown, right, one of the Miami Hurricane greats, right, leading these athletes to another level at Holy Trinity, and you one of them here. Tell them your name, what class, and what position.
Forrest Butler, class of 2025. I'm quarterback.
Quarterback. Oh, man, that's that position there. Every time I see quarterback, give him 2 claps. Because that's a hard position, right? It's only one quarterback, they say. And that's probably one of the hardest positions on the field. I think cornerback, right? Because they got to go against the quarterback, right? But tell us, quarterback at Holy Trinity, tell us, what is the mindset as quarterback leading that team, right? Going to the next level for 2024. What's the plan?
Well, you got to be mentally tough, and you have to be mentally prepared for every game. You have to watch as much film as you can. You have to know what coverages they're going to be in. And you got to know if they blitz. You got to know if they have 5 men in the box, 6 men in the box at times. You got to know if you're going to run. If you have a run strength or a pass strength in the game going into it. You got to know how good their secondary is always. And you got to know how much time you're going to have to throw the football every game.
Right. You know what's so great about the answer you gave me? Anyone else would have said, yeah, I like quarterback and I like to throw touchdown. You sitting here talking about the defense. whole different conversation. I wasn't even expecting that there. Right. I'm about to tell you, this man here telling about offense and defense and reading the coverages. That go to talk about you being the student of the game right there, right? Yeah. Recognizing offensive versus defenses, right? What really help you win, right? Is it that I can throw the farthest, or I can throw the hardest, or my footwork? But it's bigger than that, because the game is mental and it's physical all in one. You taking pride in just the mental side of it, right? And just the X and O side of it, right? And that what make a great quarterback. When you agree?
Yes, sir. For sure.
And what's your plans right now, right? You're getting ready to go off. You got a good season. What's gonna be different this year than last year? 7-5. We're trying to get to the state. What are we doing different this year?
Well, this will be my first year starting at quarterback. I was behind a kid last year, and we went 7-4. There were some games last year that we should have won and could have won for sure. And I think we could have made it farther than we did. And this year we plan to go way farther.
Right. Well, you finna step into the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Now that don't change the whole game again. Now now the expectation is different. You step in the driver's seat. You've seen it from behind. You've seen it from from the sideline, and you've seen it from the film room. You studied it. Right. You're prepared now and ready to go to take ham and lead this team back to the playoff and hope to a state championship. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's the plan. Well, know what? I'm glad you came in. We're excited to have you here, and we just hope that this year is a year that you step up and they know your name, right?
Yes, sir.
There's Forrest. There's the quarterback. There's our guy, and he can go to the next level. You plan to go on college, playing in college, and student athlete, right?
Yes, sir.
What's your GPA?
3.9.
3.9 GPA. So already the edge the bar has been set. We have that edge, right? So when they walk in and see the height, the size, the strength, And in the 3.9, all they need now to do is see the film. Then make sure they know that they got the right guy to go lead their team in college.
Yes, sir.
Well, man, thank you for
Thank
coming. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Hand on the game, we are not playing the same. No, we not looking to change. Hand on the wheel, they think we lacking the drive. Boy, you should stay in your lane. Foot on the gas, I do not care if I crash, long as I stick to the plan.